Good evening, friends. How you doing, Freedom Inc. family? I just came home from a store trip. On my way into the store, of course, I was harassed by the greeter. Sir, sir, you need to wear a mask. Sir, do you have a mask? Sir, and I just ignored her. I always just try to ignore them until they get, they start walking close to me. I turned around and said, I'm effing exempt, lady. Oh, okay. Well, that's all you had to say. I said, no, I shouldn't have had to say anything. When somebody walks through those doors, just like if they were in a wheelchair, you would make the assumption, based off of what we know, that they are probably disabled. The mask is the same thing, whether you want to recognize that or not, but it's become acceptable to tell people they have to wear a mask or not. What would happen if somebody walked into the store and that was black and they said, oh, well, you have to be white to shop in this store? It'd be a problem. Or if somebody came in a wheelchair and they said, well, you have to walk in this store, it would be a problem. But for some reason, when somebody has a disability that doesn't allow them to wear a mask, it's a problem. And I'm starting to have real problems with these problems. So fast forward about 3 minutes into my store trip, and this gentleman walks up to me. He says, hey, sir, I talk to you for a second? I said, yes. He said, I really appreciate what you're doing. Well, what am I doing? He said, not wearing a mask. And he's got a mask on, mind you, so I can't understand hardly anything he's saying. He said, they keep pushing this on us, and I've been in the medical field for 30 years, and this doesn't do anything, and blah, 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 blah. So then why are you wearing a mask? If you know it doesn't do anything, then why are you wearing one? Well, because, and then of course you went into the basic, it's easier thing. So the conversation went a little deeper, and he started talking about guns. Just out of randomly, he said, my son has all these guns, and I keep telling him, that they're going to be coming for him, and he needs to stock up while he can, and I wish I could buy one, but I'm a felon, and blah, 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 blah. And so, well, there's private sales. He said, yeah, but then if you get caught, then, you face jail time. I said, well, then you haven't decided what you believe in and what you don't believe in is the problem. This isn't a system problem. This is a you problem. He said, well, even if you use it and you're right for using it, they're still going to take you to jail. I said, well, what does that make them? If I just to try to take you to my home and throw you in my basement, what would you call me? He's like, a criminal, a kidnapper. I said, okay, same thing. There's no different. You either believe in your rights or you don't. You're either willing to die for what you believe in and die for your rights, or you're not. And he wasn't. And I tried to explain to him why he was exactly what he claims to be against. And I said, I can prove to you that you are exactly. The conversation went on. A few more things were said, but I said, just by talking to you, I said, don't take this the wrong way. Don't take this as I'm like beating you down. This is just a common truth, and this is why the country is the way it is today. I can prove to you that you are exactly what you claim to be against. Well, how's that? And I used my son's killer as an example. I said, even though he's in jail, he still has the right to keep and bear arms. But I kind of went through the story of it. He said, well, no, not if he's a felon, he doesn't. I said, well, wait a second. He half-assed cited the Second Amendment to me. I said, well, wait a second. You just cited the restriction that people put on government. One of those people happens to be you because you're a felon, but you think the law trumps your rights. So you're exactly what the problem is, because it all started with that. The NFA banning firearms, making it illegal for felons to have a right is what started all this shit with the rights. And now they're moving on to free speech, and they're going to continue to move on down the road. But even the conversation, maybe it woke him up a little bit. Probably not, because he wanted to keep talking about what he wanted to talk about. How we could split the country up. We could put the liberals over here and the moderates over here and the far rights over here. I said, dude, that ain't never going to happen. Do you know why? Because people don't understand what rights are. They don't understand what they're fighting for. You have all these people that believe that they have disagreements, but they can't tell you what the disagreements are. One side says they want to destroy the Constitution. The other side that says they're against the first side, they want to destroy the Constitution because of what they support, knowingly or unknowingly. So they're all lumped into one sub. And I say it all the time, 99.5% of the country is the enemy of freedom and individual rights. They are the enemy to the Constitution. 99.5%. And then there's the small half percent that I'm in. I just want to be free. I want to be left alone. I want more than me. I want you to be free. And like I explained to him, it's never going to end. You either accept that they're driving in communism, and you are going to be a part of that, or you accept when they come to try to force you to, that you're going to die, and you're going to be fighting, and hopefully making it easier on the next guy whose door they go to. It's a sad state of affairs, people. It really is. You see with the Coleon video. Go over there and look at some of the comments that people, these pro second Ayers said to me. I was called a troll. Like, maybe I said, first of all, you should probably go educate yourself about what a troll is. Second of all, quit believing whatever that body tells you, and that's the problem with this. Nobody wants to educate themselves. They want to rely on some YouTube personality to educate them. And I say from day one, don't believe what I'm telling you. Don't just take it as face value for what I tell you. Go research it, educate yourself. And if I'm wrong, let me know that I'm wrong. If you think that I'm wrong, chances are if I say something about the Constitution or freedom or rights, that I am right about it, because I've done extensive research into all of them. And when I say extensive, I mean an amount of research that you could never probably imagine from a 40-year-old man that has 4 children and a wife and a home now, thankfully. It's not going to change till we change it, people. The fact is this, and this man explained my point for me when I said this. He said, well, if I buy a gun and I use it in self-defense, they are still going to come and arrest me. I said, well, then you haven't decided that your rights are more valuable to you than your life is. And my rights are more valuable to me than my life is. Take it as you want. I just want to be left alone. I will be left alone, or there will be a fight. And if I have to die in order not to be giving my rights up to somebody, that's what I will do. Even though that they'll kill me and take them, that doesn't bother me. You all should feel the same. If you're a pro right to keep and bear arms individual, and they come to your door and they're going to be taking your firearms, whether you give them to them or they take them or they kill you and take them. Personally, I can't wake up tomorrow. If it was me, I couldn't wake up tomorrow knowing I allowed them to take them or knowing that I gave them to them. I would be much happier dead with them taking them. Plus, it always makes it easier on the next guy. It's time everybody knows it's time. Everybody knows it's time to change the country. Everybody knows it's time to do something. Do what? Well, options are limited. Options are limited because we're spread out so much. We don't have to be, though. I'd answer a call out. I can be anywhere in the country in 40 hours. Leave my house, make one stop, be on the road. Nobody's making the call out. Nobody's wanting to step up, and I understand why. Because once you step up, you are now target number 1 for the Goon Squad. And if you don't have people around you to protect you, you have a major problem. Sorry about the dryer in the background, by the way. We're pours our dryers in our garage, sort of. In the mud room, but it's in the garage. There will come a day, and I can promise you this, that there will be one person that gets fed up enough that puts both the quote-unquote patriot side and the other side into a position where they have no choice but to answer the call. They either answer the call and protect that person and try to stand up for what they say they are, or they don't, and that person dies by what the other side does. That day will come, and what are you going to do on that day? Make your mind up now. You need to start making your mind up about how all this shit, how much it all means to you, how much it's worth to you. Without freedom, all this stuff right here isn't worth anything to me. without my kids being free, it's not worth anything to me. And it's not even about us anymore. Our lives are over. It's about the kids. It's about their kids. They stole our freedom our whole lives. They lied to us our whole lives. They gave us the illusion of freedom our whole lives. Now we can win our kids' freedom. And it won't be pretty. It won't be extravagant. It won't be nice. It will be messy. It will be hostile. It will be crazy. It will be insert any bad adjective, right? Adjective that you can think of. The Revolutionary War wasn't peaches and cream.